I got this video right here by our brother Adam Seeker. Hello, brother Adam. Are you
Hey,
with us?
brother. Yes, I am. I have sent you the link. Please play this video as well. We'll be waiting. You need to play this. I have sent you the text as well
Oh,
in your
oh,
messenger. That needs to be
oh,
here, man. That needs to be here. Praise God to DCCI Ministries.
all right. Let me go ahead and get the let me get go ahead and get the link and then put it on there. If you put it in, so Adam, maybe you can tell us. Were you taught that there is? Were you taught that there is only one Quran?
I received beating for not pronouncing the words right with the Zair and the Zabar and the Shadda and the Gamma and all that, because it is a perfectly preserved Quran to the every dashes and dots and everything. So yes, I was taught with each and everything that this is the only Quran, the best preserved thing with up to the dot and the dash and the Gamma and the Shadda and all the thing. But like, watch this video, please. Remove everything. Watch this. Today
Okay.
we are not going to even talk about the Hafs version and the verse version and all these basic changes. Thanks to the DCCI Ministries, Hatun Tash the Great. Play this video, brother. I am so happy.
Reports within Islamic literature, listen to me carefully now, within the Islamic literature, which state that Quran had 17,000 verses. The present Quran has got 6,000 verses. But this report is stating, multiply attested, from many sources with a chain. More than 37 chains, ladies and gentlemen. How many chains do you think this report has? 10? 5? 20? 30? 50? 100? 500? Guess. For this particular report, within Islamic literature, where Quran is interpreted, Quran has 17,000 verses, Quran has 20,000 verses, Quran has been tampered with by the Sahaba and so on. 2,000 reports, ladies and gentlemen, within Islamic literature.
أعزائي، في مرآة العقول المجلد 12 صفحة 525، علي بن الحكم عن هشام بن سالم عن أبي عبد الله قال: إن القرآن الذي جاء به جبرائيل إلى محمد صلى الله عليه وآله 17,000 آية. كم آية مولانا؟ 17,000. إيش قد عندنا احنا منها؟ 6,000. يعني إيش قد من القرآن بأيدينا؟ وين القرآن مولانا؟ ثلثه. يعني كانت القرآن 3 أجزاء، باقي منه إيش قد مولانا؟ باقي منه جزء مولانا. سؤال. طبعا العلامة البهبودي يضعف الرواية في صحيح الكافي، ولكن انظروا ماذا يقول العلامة المجلسي: فالخبر صحيح، ولا يخفى أن هذا الخبر وكثير من الأخبار الصحيحة صريحة في نقص القرآن وتغيير.
What are these Shias and Sunni scholars saying right now? That's a big oopsie daisies moment for everyone. Let's see what the rebuttals comes up for these videos now. They are popping up on the internet because when we were talking to you guys about the same situation that it is said by Jalaluddin in the Al-Umul Quran Cairo edition, Al-Habib volume 2 verse number 25, it says that Ayub ibn Naf said from Umar, who said, let none of you say, I have learned the whole Quran, for how does he knows what is the whole Quran when much of it has been disappeared? Let him rather say, I have learned what is the extent thereof. Abu Ubaid, the reference is from Abu Ubaid. Then it says in Ibn Abi Maryam, related to us from Ibn Abul Aswad, who is also related it from the Aisha, who said that Suratul Al-Ahzab used to be recited in the time of Prophet Muhammad, who had 100 verses, but when Uthman wrote it, the Codex only has 73 verses. And then we read the Sahih Muslim, and it says many verses are gone. Sahih Bukhari 5005. And if we read Sahih Muslim 1050, book number 12, hadith number 156. Obviously, it is Sahih. It says the whole surah is gone. People used to recite the surah, which resembles Surah Al Barat, which has approximately 200 verses. And he actually referenced a verse over there that we used to recite, a verse that which resembled, if there was two valleys full of riches for the son of Adam, he would long for a third valley and nothing would fill the stomach of the son of Adam. And then we see multiple other narrations where paper are eaten by a sheep, where verses are gone, even the so-called satanic verses according to 2252 and its interpretation, those verses are gone. And then even in Sunan Ibn Majah, it also says that Aisha is narrating that the breastfeeding of adult 10 times, which abrogated to 5 times, and paper were eaten by God. And we are talking about what? Quran is perfectly preserved. Oops, moment for everyone. Sorry, brother.
Wow. Yeah, you see, I've heard about, like they said that the Surah Al-Ahzab, I knew about that the Surah Al-Ahzab was much longer than the one that exists now. And I knew about, of course, the sheep story with Aisha's breastfeeding and stoning the adulteress. And then, but to hear them, wow. Let me go ahead. I'm going to hide us and I'm going to just play that video again, man. Dude, unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hide us, okay?
All right, sir.
Reports within Islamic literature, listen to me carefully now, within the Islamic literature, which state that Quran has 17,000 verses. The present Quran has got 6,000 verses. But this report is stating, multiply attested from many sources with a chain. More than 37 chains, ladies and gentlemen. How many chains do you think this report has? 10? 5? 20? 30? 50? 100? 500? Guess. For this particular report, within Islamic literature, where Quran is interpreted, Quran has 17,000 verses, Quran has 20,000 verses, Quran has been tempered by the Sahaba himself. 2,000 reports, ladies and gentlemen, within Islamic literature.
أعزائي في مرآة العقول المجلد 12 صفحة 525 علي بن الحكم عن هشام بن سالم عن أبي عبد الله قال إن القرآن الذي جاء به جبرائيل إلى محمد صلى الله عليه وآله 17,000 آية. كم آية مولانا؟ 17,000. إيش قد عندنا احنا منها؟ 6,000. يعني إيش قد من القرآن بأيدينا؟ ها؟ وين القرآن مولانا؟ ثلثه يعني كانت القرآن 3 أجزاء، باقي منه إيش قد مولانا؟ باقي منه جزء مولانا. سؤال. طبعا العلامة البهبودي يضعف الرواية في صحيح الكافي، ولكن انظروا ماذا يقول العلامة المجلسي: فالخبر صحيح، ولا يخفى أن هذا الخبر وكثير من الأخبار الصحيحة صريحة في نقص القرآن وتغيير.
So right now we have Quran with 6,236 verses, and Quran supposed to have 17,000 verses. Where are the 10,764 verses? Like basically more than 1/3, more than 2/3. Quran is actually missing.
I just want to tell people, anybody that sees this, I just want to tell you right now that the guy who was saying that was not a Christian. That wasn't a Christian missionary. That was Adnan Rashid, wasn't it?
Yes, I told you. Adnan Rashid, who was the Sunni scholar, and the other one is the Shia scholar. I don't know the name of that guy, but Adnan Rashid is a very famous guy.
I know it. And you know what? He's one of the things he said is that there's 2,000 references in Islamic literature. There's over 2,000 references in Islamic literature that there were these verses, that there were these other verses that don't exist anymore. How could Adnan Rashid, how could he come out and say something like this? It's unbelievable, man. I mean, it's almost like, you know what? It's almost like these three Qur'ans are really, it's like having these three are actually just one Qur'an, because, only one third exists now. The other 2/3, unbelievable, man. And to have it from a Sunni and the Shia, to have both of them saying that.
And basically, yes, Adnan would come back in that debate and he would say the other side of the story has much more rebuttals. But like, come on, he said like there are 37 authentic narrations for this, man. Like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. And we know from Shia, from Sunni hadiths, Sahih al-Bukhari, and Sahih Muslim and all, and Sunan Ibn Majah and all those Sahih hadiths, there are references of many verses and many surahs gone already. So whether it is 17,000, whether it is 10,000, whatever the total number is or was, and now it is gone, there are much more than what Quran was. Like, all the references says that Quran is not preserved. Full stop. So you want to say something otherwise? I wish I could go ahead and have a talk with my Imam who used to teach me the Quran, but I cannot. I wish I could do that and show him all this when he used to hold me responsible of not pronouncing the words correctly because of the long vowel to sound and a short vowel to sound and all that piece of crap. I wish I could show him right now. Hey dude, what about those vowels that you were claiming to be pronounced as is because so-called Muhammad pronounced them as is?
Let me just play this again. I just want to play this again.
The question was, do Muslims also have different versions of the Quran? We have
Ahmad Didat and people like Ahmad Didat in the old time used to say and cheat and deceive us. And I'm dead sure, it is not possible for Ahmad Didat not to know about these hadiths, which we are quoting right now, because Ahmad Didat is a Muslim scholar who studied all these hadiths, yet he had the audacity to come on the stage and lie fully that we have fully preserved Quran and there is no versions. Even in those days, all of these things were there. He was lying. Full stop. There is no other sentence for him, because he was simply lying. And that's what we have been lied to. All our lives as Muslim, that there is nothing called two Qurans or multiple Qurans or versions of Qurans. We have been lied to. You have been lied to. And these scholars lied. And thank you so much for coming back.
Anyway, but you know what? That's one reason. That's one reason why I keep doing this, and I keep doing this subject, because I was taught this and I believed it. I was taught there's one Quran. I was taught there's only one. And so, even if there's only these two, that means I was lied to. Even if it means, there's only three, it was a lie. Even if there's only one tiny little difference, like the Malik and Malik Yawmiddin and Malik Yawmiddin, even if that's it was still a lie. But the thing is, the amazing thing, you have Adnan Rashid saying that 2/3 of the Quran has been lost. 2/3 of the Quran has been lost. And they're still saying that it's perfectly preserved, that there's only one Quran. Chapter 15, verse 9, Nazalna dhikr wal وَنَحْنُ لِحَافِظُونَ. We sent down the Quran and we preserve it. So they're still saying that. And and even if they say, that this is perfectly preserved, not just that there's only one Quran, not only that, I mean, it's almost like we're talking a different subject now. It's not even about the one Quran. It's about 2/3 of it being lost, because every dot, every letter, every dash, like you said, we were taught that it was perfectly preserved. And now to hear 17,000 verses, 11,000 are missing. Wow, that is mind-blowing, man. That is just mind-blowing. You know what? Are you still with us, Adam?
Yes, I'm listening to your mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, I think you enjoy it when I'm getting my mind blown by this stuff, man. That is just mind blowing, man. And it's like, what has there been? Have you heard of any reactions to this? Has there been anybody saying no, that's not true or anything?
I don't know. Not at the moment. But let's see. There will be some rebuttals and all. But let's see when it comes up.
I mean, that is just, I mean, the way you got to tie yourself. I mean, we've been hearing from Yasser Qadhi and from these other guys, who are finally beginning to admit that we've got a problem. But to actually have Adnan Rashid, someone of that caliber, get up and say that 2/3 of the Quran is lost, Muslims, you got to listen to this. I know you have to tell your friends, you have to tell your relatives, you need to tell, because I know that, they're going to keep lying to you. They're going to keep lying to you the same way they lied to me. They're going to keep lying to you, telling you that this is not a Christian who's saying this. This is Adnan Rashid, this is a sheikh. Muslims, you're being told this is one of the foundations. This is one of the foundations that I was, that's why I keep hitting this thing. Well, I keep hitting this subject, and I know I do it over and over and over again because it was such a shock to me when I saw how easily disproven, how easy it is to disprove this thing that I believed. I was a Christian 40 years. And still, when I heard this, it still shocked me, even though I haven't believed in the Quran in 40 years. And yet I was so indoctrinated that this book is perfectly preserved. I was so indoctrinated that when I started hearing this stuff, it was a shock to me still. How important is this subject, the preservation of the Quran in the Muslims' faith, in their faith in Islam? And I know it was a big thing when I was a Muslim, and I know I was young, but I still believed in it. I believed very strongly in that. And that's why I keep pushing this, because I feel I was lied to. Even though I haven't been a Muslim for 40 years, still I feel that they lied to me. Somebody lied to me. And it wasn't my teachers. It wasn't my uncles or anything. They were lied to too. There's somebody else who's lying. Somebody higher up on the food chain who's lying. And they know the truth. And the Lord Jesus loves you. And I do too. God bless you.